Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So ahead of Matchday 2 UEFA Champions League Fantasy, I thought I'd do a wildcard draft and show you what I'd pick if I was using the chip. I'm sure there's a lot of managers that are planning to use the chip this game week, and hopefully this video will help you out in picking some of the players that you need to have. There'll be one or two players that you don't agree on, and that'll be fine. You then pick your players that you actually think are going to do better than mine. But this is the way I'd build my side if I was using the chip. I'm going to probably use my chip in Matchday 5, but hopefully this video helps you out. If you are playing UEFA Champions League Fantasy Football this season, let me know in the comment section how you got on in Matchday 1, how many points you got. I got 91 points, did you beat me? Before I do get started on this wildcard video, hit the subscribe button. My next milestone aim is to get 500 subscribers, and I'm trying to do that before the league stages are over, so please hit the subscribe. I'll be doing plenty more content over the season about UEFA Champions League Fantasy, so hopefully you'll enjoy the content and see how I get on this season, and hopefully I'll help you out. I'm also trying to get 20 likes on this video, so hit the like button, it will help the channel out massively. It'll only take 2 seconds to do, but it'll help the channel grow, so please do that. Anyway, I'm waffling on, let's just jump into the video. So first of all, this chip's obviously about wildcard chips, so I'll be using it in Matchday 2. That's where you can make unlimited transfers and your tide will stay as it is in Matchday 3, 4 and onwards. If I was using the wildcard chip, I would be recommending using the Limitless in Matchday 5. Because in Matchday 5, a lot of the top sides face each other again, like Matchday 1. So to swerve them games, I'll probably use the Limitless in that game week and get other players. So the Limitless chip, you can make unlimited transfers for one round, unlimited budget, but your team resets after that match day. So in Matchday 6, you'll go back to the side that you had in Matchday 4. So before we get started on building a wildcard draft, I've done a fixture ticker with all the best fixtures from now till Matchday 8. I've removed Matchday 5 because I do think you should be using your Limitless chip in that game week. So as you can see, Bayern Munich, Tottenham, Arsenal, Barcelona, Chelsea are at the top. And then we've got Real Madrid and Liverpool are at the bottom. They haven't got the easiest of fixtures. There is a few teams that I haven't added to this list, but I don't think you should be really buying players from them because they're not probably going to get many consistent points over the match days. So if you are planning to use the wildcard chip, feel free to screenshot this video. And then you've got the fixture tickers to keep looking at. I'm happy for you to do that. That's why I've added them to this video, just so you have got them on mind. Because I think it makes it even easier to build a squad when you know exactly who they've actually got and what fixtures you actually want to target. So as I said, I'll be using my Limitless chip in Matchday 5. Bayern Munich face Arsenal, Tottenham face PSG, Arsenal face Bayern Munich, Barcelona face Chelsea, Chelsea obviously face Barcelona, then Villarreal plays Dortmund, Inter Milan are against Atletico. So there is quite a lot of fixtures where you think maybe I don't really want them players, but if you Limitless chip, you get rid of them players for that matchday, and then you get your squad back in Matchday 6. There's other teams that are playing hard fixtures like Man City against Bayer Leverkusen. So probably in Matchday 5, you'll target the teams like Galatasaray, Juventus, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Copenhagen, Dortmund, Monaco, Sporting and Bilbao, where they've got pretty easy fixtures. Maybe Napoli as well, where they've got Karabag at home. So yet again, feel free to screenshot this fixture ticker. So let's get into it. And in goal, I'd have Vicario and Garcia. Vicario's at Tottenham. They've got some really easy fixtures for the next few weeks. And then we've got Barcelona's #1 goalkeeper in Garcia at the moment. The good thing about having both of these goalkeepers is they don't play on the same day most of the time. So I think they only play the same day on Matchday 6 and Matchday 8. Obviously everybody plays at the same time on Matchday 8. So Matchday 8 is going to be one of them games where you're not going to be able to rotate on your bench anyway. So it's ideal you start one of the goalkeepers that start on the Tuesday. If he keeps a clean sheet, you keep him in your side. If he doesn't keep a clean sheet, then you bring him to your bench and bring the other player in, and hopefully they keep a clean sheet. If not, you just get the same amount of points, about 1 or 2. But it's ideal rotation though. You've got 2 good goalkeepers at 2 good sides. Barcelona are looking really good this season. The fixtures are turning from Matchday 3, and Vicario's opening fixtures are really good. And Tottenham have looked decent over the season so far. Thomas Frank has came in as manager and they're keeping a lot more clean sheets. So quickly before I carry on, I am going to spend the 100 million budget on this side. And if I was planning to use the wildcard chip, I would actually activate it right now and get some of these players into your side. Because unlike FPL, you don't know when these price rises or falls are going to happen. And you don't really want to be priced out of a Harry Kane because he's gone up 0.1 million. He's done well in Matchday 1, so he could easily jump up in price. And actually a couple of other players in the squad could jump up in price, so I would actually just buy the squad that you actually want right now and have a tinker around with your side closer to deadline. So in defence, I've doubled up on Tottenham's defence and got Porro. As I said, Tottenham's fixtures are really good and they're looking really good for clean sheets at the moment. Then I've gone with a Kanji at 5 million, I think is a good price to have, an Inter Milan defender. You could potentially sell him in game week 5, 6 or 7. Then we've got Tosun in Chelsea's fixtures for the next 3 are really good as well. At 4.5 million, I think is a really good play to have. I think he's one of the most assured players in the Chelsea defence to be starting. I think Cucurella's the most likely, and then it's him. And then obviously Sanchez in goal. But I think saving 0.5 million on tossing instead of Sanchez is better. And then I've got Stanisic at Bayern Munich at 4.5 million. Bayern Munich's fixtures in game week 2 and 3 are really good. And then after that, in game week 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 are half decent as well. He could easily leave my side, but he has been starting so far this season for Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich's fixtures are really good, so I do want somebody from Bayern Munich, and all the other players are pretty pricey. So I've saved the money and got Stanisic. And then the last defender is Calafiori at Arsenal. I think at 4.5 million he's a really good player to have. Yes, there is a bit of a worry that he might be rotated 1 or 2 of the games, but they're playing Tuesday on match day 3 and 4, so you can start him. If he doesn't start, then obviously you can bring him out and put somebody who's on your bench into the side. And again, at 4.5 million, I think Arsenal are going to keep a lot of clean sheets, and I think he'll be really good for the points. I don't think they're going to rotate that much. They will want to keep winning in the Champions League and qualify, and I don't think they'll rotate too much. I've only put Calafiori on the bench because he plays on the Wednesday, so obviously I'll be bringing him in if one of these defenders doesn't do well on match day 2. Then into midfield, and I've got Simmons, so I've used my third Tottenham slot. I think Tottenham's fixtures are pretty good all the way through the tournament. And at 6.5 million, I see him getting a good few goals and assists, and I think he will be starting all the time. And then we've got Elise at 8 million, I think he's a steal. He'll get a fair few goals and assists this tournament, I'm sure of it. Then we've got Cole Palmer in my side at 9.5 million. The next 3 fixtures, like tossing, are really good, so I would want him in my side. After that, in match day 5, 6, 7, or 8, then you can sell him and get somebody else. But for the next 3 fixtures, I think you should be buying him. Chelsea lost the opening fixture, so they will want to start winning all the next few games to get themselves back up the league. And he was the player that scored in match day 1, but also got 1 chalked off, so he could have had 2 goals. Then we've got Moreno at Arsenal, so I'm using the second Arsenal slot on him. This is just a budget pick, and he isn't locked into my side like Stanisic. I think Moreno proved last season that he can get himself some goals and assists, but he has played up front a few times last season, and if Gyökeres gets injured, maybe he goes up front, so I think he at 6.5 million is a really good player. And then last on my bench is Rafinha at Barcelona at 9.5 million. I think he's a really good player to have. The fixture in match day 2 isn't the greatest at home against PSG, but after that the fixtures are really good, so I would get him in straight away and then have him for the long term. Again, with Garcia, Marino and Rafinha, they're only on the bench because they play on the Wednesday. I would be probably bringing them in on the Wednesday if one of these plays on the Tuesday doesn't do well. So I don't think I'm buying Rafinha and I'm not going to actually play him. I will actually bring him into my side if I was wildcarding. I'm just setting the squad up with that in mind, just so you know exactly how to set it up. And then lastly, we've got the forwards, and I've got João Pedro. As I said, with Palmer and Tosin, the fixtures are really good for Chelsea, and I think he will get a few goals and assists. And it's 7.5 million, I think he's a steal at that price. Then we've got Harry Kane, as he proved against Chelsea. He could score against anybody, and he's done that for a couple of seasons in the Champions League, and I think he will score a few goals in match day 2 and 3. And then in 6, 7 and 8, he's got some good fixtures. The only tricky fixture is in match day 5, like Stanisic and Elise, where they play PSG, but other than that, they've got some good fixtures. And then I'm using my third slot on Gyökeres. I did really want Saka in my side, but he's injured, and I think Gyökeres will easily get some goals and assists in the Champions League this season. So the 2 players that I'm not locked into in this squad is Stanisic and Marino. And these are the players that I think you should potentially look at if you were looking to sell them. So instead of Stanisic, there's Garcia or Diverge. Garcia didn't start in match day 1, so maybe you don't buy him. But at the start of the season, he has been playing a lot for Barcelona, but I'm sure there's a few Barcelona fans that will tell me that he's not going to be playing. So I'm not too sure about him. If you're not sure on Stanisic, then Diverge is really good. There's a Kirby at Inter Milan. He didn't start in match day 1, but he has been starting a lot for Inter Milan. And then transfer number 2, if you're not sure on Moreno, there's Gnabry and Lopez. Gnabry's been playing all the time with Sane leaving, and he's had a few goals and assists so far this season. Bayern Munich's fixtures are really good, that's why I've got 3 players in Stanisic, Elise and Kane in the side, so if you did sell Stanisic, you could actually get Gnabry. I do really like Lopez, and I think he will get a few goals and assists. The only worry is, will he start all the time? Probably not. So it's one of them transfers where you probably buy him and then regret that you've actually got him in your squad, so I probably wouldn't get him. If you're not happy with Stanisic or Marino, I'll probably go for an Inter Milan defender and then Gnabry in midfield. So this is how your side would look if you made them 2 transfers. So on the Tuesday, you've got Elise, Palmer, Pedro and Kane that you could captain. And then on the Wednesday, you've got Gyökeres or Rafinha. I think that's really good to have. So we're back over to the fixture ticker, and I've put all the teams in green that I've got players from. So we've got Bayern Munich, Tottenham, Arsenal, Barcelona, Chelsea and Inter Milan, players from them sides. The only side that's further down the ticker is Inter Milan, but the first 3 fixtures are really good. Slavia, Prague, Union, SG and Karat. And I think they should keep clean sheets. So I've doubled up on Inter Milan defence at the moment. But if you don't fancy them, you could get somebody else. So you have got 2 transfers every match day, so you can make changes to this side as you go on. So you can have the Interman players for match day 2, 3 and 4. Then obviously in match day 5 you use your Limitless chips, so you get rid of them. And then in match day 6 you make the 2 transfers and get them both out. And then you don't have them for Liverpool, Arsenal and Dortmund. There's also swinging fixtures in Juventus. They've got 3 hard fixtures, and then they've got Paphos, Benfica and Monaco just after that. So in match day 6 you can swap your Inter Milan defenders for some Juventus defenders and try and get some clean sheets out of them. I've built the squad till match day 8 because in match day 9 you can actually make unlimited transfers. There's a playoff round and you can make as many transfers as you want. And then after the playoff games we actually get unlimited transfers again, so you can build another side. So it is only just building it up until that point because of that. I've obviously missed off a few key players, so there's Haaland at Man City that I haven't picked. There's obviously some players at Real Madrid that I haven't picked and some players at Liverpool and PSG. But because you're using your wildcard in match day 2, I'll be building a side that can get you through the whole league stages. You can make a few tweaks, so in match day 7 you could obviously get Haaland in for Bodo Glimt and Galatasaray if they haven't qualified already. You can do the same for Real Madrid where they've got Monaco and Benfica, the same for Liverpool where they've got Marseille and Karabakh. So yeah, this is my wildcard draft if I was using the chip in match day 2. Let me know in the comment section who you think I'm missing out. Let me know in the comment section all the players that you've got on your side. And hopefully this has helped you out. If it has, hit the like button and hit subscribe. It'll help the channel out again. I'll be back for another video in a couple of days to show you what the transfer plan for my side is in match day 2. Signing off, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.